Hello again everybody, this is Craig Peters here from Soundiron, and in today's walkthrough we're going to be checking out the new Phonautograms version 3.0 upgrade. Phonautograms captures the ghostly sounds of the world's oldest recording device. This library contains chromatically sampled vocal sustains recorded over 150 years ago using a method called phonautography. French inventor Edouard Léon Scott de Martinville captured himself singing a simple scale in a piece called Gamme de la Voix, which translates to range of voice. For this new upgrade, we've remastered the samples and placed them into our flexible modular 4-layer template, which gives you way more sound shaping controls and sound design possibilities than ever before. Inside Phonautograms, you'll not only find Gamme de la Voix sustaining vocals, but you'll also find some different percussive samples and a bunch of ambient content and much more. So without further ado, let's dive in and start checking out the new Phonautograms. Alright, so I got the new Phonautograms loaded up, and right now I got the default NKI loaded. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off these other layers right now, and we're just going to check out some of the sounds that come with the library. So you can see there's 2 layers right here for just all of the same content, and then you have these other 2 synth layers, so you can combine, mix and match some of the different content from the sustains and percussion, as well as some of the different ambient layers, so you can layer them up and really create some unique and interesting textures. So let's just go ahead and check out some of these sounds within layer 1. So one of the things you can do as well is you can take any of these different sounds and spread them across the key range. So that one sounds cool. So let's go ahead and select this right here, push this key, and now we have that sample going across the key range. And then if you want to shape the sound a little bit differently using some of the different sound shaping controls, you can go down here. Let's say you don't want as much attack, you can go ahead and dial this back. And then you also have some other different controls as well. So if you go over here to this drop down, you'll see that you have the option for pan and width. And this is really cool, especially if you want to widen out the sound and really sort of spread it out across the stereo field. So let's go ahead and keep it selected for wide. And you can see as I'm increasing it, you start to hear it more on the left and right. And then if you want to pan the sound, you can go ahead and select pan, and then you can pan it left and right. So as I mentioned earlier, there's also a category for some drums and percussive type sounds, and this is labeled Phonautodrums when you go to this drop down right here. So let's go ahead and play through some of these sounds. So we got some more like kick and like snare type sounds. And then you can also take any of these sounds and spread them across the key range as well. So if we want to take that sound, get a little bit more of a lower sort of boomy kick drum. So this is really cool, especially if you want your kick drum to follow the melody, so that way it kind of keeps that low end enhancement but follows it in the same way as the key or scale goes. Alright, so now let's go ahead and check out some of the different ambient content that comes with the library. So some of the really cool things you can do using the X-Fade feature is being able to crossfade between different layers. So right now I have a couple different ambiences loaded up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep ambience synth 1. I'm going to keep that one to where it is, and then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to set this to layer B. I'm going to learn this to my mod wheel, and then you can just go ahead and play and crossfade between them. So within both ambisynth layers, there's also some options for some subsynth layering. So if we go and click this drop down, you'll see that you have subsynth sustains as well as staccatos. Let's just go ahead and select staccatos, and then what we can do is go up here to the advanced tab. We can turn on the arpeggiator, and we can also have a little bit of arpeggiation going on underneath this ambience. Change the beat. Change the direction. Let's go over here and change this. And this is great, especially if you're doing something that's very subtle, but you want some tension building. And then you have the effects rack, which has a whole bunch of different effects that you can choose from different reverbs to delays, EQs. There's also a whole bunch. When you click these drop downs, you can, move them around and use them however you see fit. There's some chorus, compression, delay, filter, flange, bunch of stuff. So definitely experiment with that. All right, so before we wrap up this walkthrough, I want to go ahead and play for you some of the different custom effects presets that come with Phonautograms. And there's 20 to choose from. There's a folder full of them, and these are all designed to use all the different parameters and features to really just give you some creative outlets and just be able to start working quickly and give you an idea of what's possible when you experiment with some of the different sound shaping controls, as well as the advanced tab features and the effects rack. So let's go ahead and play through some of these. Alright, so that about wraps up this walkthrough for Phonautograms. If you want to learn more about this library or check out some demos and other videos to hear it in action, make sure to go to soundiron.com. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on future videos like these, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.